Thank you so much, Congressman Troy Carter, the Vice Chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, and the great Congressman from the great state of Louisiana. I'm Ben Crump, along with Attorney Steve Sabe, Attorney Sue Ann Robinson, Attorney Craig Weiner. We have the pleasure of representing Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and G Unit Company and Productions as he fights for economic opportunity for all Americans.
Right.
Mr. Jackson is one of the most successful black entrepreneurs in America. We all know he was a trailblazer, Congressman Carter, when he invested in vitamin water when it was a little startup company, teaching minority business people how to invest successfully. And it's somewhat of an iconic tale because after 50 got it, Coca-Cola then came and paid $4.2 billion for it. And so he blazed that trail. We know about how he blazed the trail in the music industry. We know how he blazed the trail in the television production industry, as Congressman Carter just spoke about. But we're here today to talk about how he's trying to knock down barriers of equal access and equal opportunity to have a seat at the table in all industries. Just like he did going in Louisiana, where he invested millions of dollars to create thousands of jobs and millions of dollars being pumped into that economy. He's trying to do the same in the luxury spirit industry that is driven by the culture. However, it is void of having any black leadership at the culture, at the table. And that's why you're going to hear him talk about what this means and why it's so personal. It's about his son, his legacy, generational wealth, something that has been very elusive for many Americans, especially black people.
How are you?
The one thing I will say is this: he met with both sides of the aisle, and that was tremendous. He met with great leaders from, like Congressman Carter and others in the Congressional Black Caucus, others from the Democratic side of the aisle. Then he met with Speaker Johnson and many of the leaders from the Republican side of the aisle. And they all agreed that economic opportunity is what makes the American dream real for all Americans. And so 50 continues to say to the leaders of the luxury spirit industry who try to deny black businesses an opportunity at the table, we're watching you. Yeah. And the power of the consumers are watching you.
Right.
And those who don't have a voice and a microphone as big as Curtis 50 Cent Jackson will know that not only is he fighting to make sure that his company is allowed to have some market cap in that industry, but he wants all of the businesses, whether black, white, brown, all to have an opportunity in that industry. And so make no mistake about it, if you ask why Curtis 50 Cent Jackson was here today, he was trying to blaze trails, knock down barriers, and say that just like you all want generational wealth for your children, well, we want generational wealth for our children as well. Without further ado, I give you the man who has influenced the culture, influenced communities, influenced business, influenced Louisiana, and continues to influence the global society, the one and only Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
Yes, indeed.
Give it up for 50.
This is definitely not my traditional platform. I shouldn't have studied this like a verse and just bust the rap. This is really exciting for me to be here. I got a chance to meet the both sides today. It feels really good. Like, they don't agree. They agree on a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So to get them to, and see me was an accomplishment itself. And I'm excited about that they both got a chance, took time out on what they're doing, because they're both right? They took time out to speak to me both sides, and I feel really good about it. I think things that we got going on here, to upsize, we have great possibilities for good things going on for us. And I don't want to damper things, put a bad tenor, negative energy around this things. But I feel like it's completely fine, right? But my experience here has been great. And I wrote there's a rest of it here that I'm not going to say. Yeah, as far as today, I went to talk to them about economic opportunities for everybody, and it's really exciting. These parts I got, just feel like there's bright days ahead.
And we're here to only take questions about the Black wealth agenda, the widening economic wealth gap, and talking about economic opportunities for everybody. So if you have a question to that end, we will take that question. Are there any questions? Yes, ma'am.
And Lauren from Black Press USA. What did Speaker Johnson say when you met with him on an issue of black business and black empowerment?
Well, Mr. Johnson said he was here for economic opportunity for all Americans, and they talked about his investment in Shreveport, Louisiana, which is his home district, and how that's important that everybody does business. And he was especially proud to talk about Louisiana and what Mr. Jackson's investment is doing for so many of the citizens to get employment in Louisiana.
50, I have a question. A funny question and a follow-up. You know, you're always giving people opportunities. You're always putting people in position for they can provide for themselves. Does anybody owe you money right now?
Yeah, a few people, Satori Global. People owe me money. Look, a lot of this stuff, and I want it by Monday.
Let me
And
just a follow-up. And just a follow-up.
We have another member of the U.S. Congress has joined us. The Honorable Nikema Williams from Atlanta, Georgia, has joined us. Also want to mention that the artist, the philanthropist, the creator, had the opportunity, along with Attorney Crump, to meet briefly just moments ago with Speaker Emeriti Nancy Pelosi, which is significant.
Absolutely.
And just a follow-up, because, you know, you said you want your money by Monday. You're big on deadline. I know there's been a lot of talks about you making this documentary on P. Diddy.
We can only talk about the Black wealth agenda and economic opportunities today. There'll be times for talk about that at the appropriate time.
Is the documentary still in the works?
Questions?
It's still in the works?
If not, we thank you. Economic opportunity for all Americans. Make the American dream real. Thank you.
Thank you so much.